Hey yo, what's going on ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope you're doing well. This video is a Viper guide for orb and wall setup on all maps. Before going into the guide, let me share a few tips to remember while playing Viper. Number 1. Gun preference. As a Viper main or controller main in general, people suggest that you use Phantom, but I'm totally against that because the gun won't make a difference in your performance anyways. The only gun I would recommend for a Viper main to have is a Shorty, especially if they have their ult online. Number 2. Lineup myth. It is not mandatory for a Viper main to memorize lineups because lineups doesn't make a Viper, but the player who uses her does. So learning just one post-plan Molly lineup per map will be more than enough for being a successful Viper main. Number 3. Double controller and lurking. If there is a second controller in your team, either Brave Moment or Astra, it is always necessary that the Viper is lurking. This is because Viper is the only controller that can turn off and on her smoke on her command, and she won't be as vulnerable like the other controllers when deploying the smokes. Number 4. General defense dip. On defense, if you're unsure of what to do and your setup gets countered all the time, just use your orb at the entry point on the side where you're playing and play fast rotate, and then use your wall for support when you're retaking. First, Lotus A site. Walk up to this flower symbol there, and then you open your minimap and aim right there, and then you shoot. After shooting, once you turn on the wall, it's going to cover the entire left side. Nobody's going to pick you from left or there. Even you can molly behind the boxes there and you can shoot that. You can take fights here. The only area you need to take care of is top side. Next, come up to here and walk against this exact route, and then you aim in this corner, either this corner or in this area is fine as well. So after aiming, you shoot. This is a similar wall, and this is going to give you more room to work with. This covers the entire left again, and this also exposes box, so people who are playing behind it is totally exposed to you, and you can still work with the side. Now for B, you go back to this corner there and you open your minimap and aim in this area there, and then you shoot. This is a really good wall for a fast push or just a slow push. Make sure you use your mollies to clear close counters like this, and also to clear this angle. And then with your wall, this is going to be an easy side push. People from heaven will not be able to drop down, or they are not going to see you. So this is a really good wall for a beast push. For C, go against this lotus flower or any symbol like that, and then you aim your wall in that corner like that, and you shoot. Once you turn it on, it splits the sight into half, and you can take fight on close range. And look how easy it is. Don't take routing to this, take routing to your left side. That is better. Another similar wall, walk up to B pillar into this corner and aim in that same area as before, and you shoot. Now this wall is going to give you more space to work with because it goes further back, and you can take the right side routing through the side. Yeah, the only threat is this opening. People from top here will not be able to see you as well, so this is going to be a really good wall for C push. Next, let's go to defense. First, I'm going to show you my favorite defense setup. You go into the B side bi-phase barrier, and you aim your wall around there, and you shoot. This wall is going to cover B main, and it's going to cover A rubble. Also, it covers door. So people who are trying to push through door, they'll be literally stranded. They have to use all of their utils to get past this. So yeah. So you can also try a different variation of the same wall. Whereas you shoot your wall above this rubble rocks there. Yeah, this is really good wall for early push. If you have breach or raise, you can just use your util and you push through with this wall. Then if you combine this wall with an orb outside C, you have the entire site on lockdown. C is covered with your orb and the wall covers the rest of the entrances. So this is going to be your default defense setup on Lotus. You can molly, you can take fights, you can do whatever you want. Next up, we go to Fracture. And I have a really good setup for Fracture from here. And you need to aim up to drop like this. This covers ropes and drops. With this wall, you can either push through the doors like this, but make sure that people are not camping to the left corner because they can. Yeah. People who are pushing from doors will be exposed to drops. People who are pushing from main will not be exposed to drops. Next, if you're pushing from dishes, use just this simple wall. This is gonna do the magic. It covers spawn and the door side area. Yeah, you need to take fight on ropes, but still there's gonna be a really good wall for pushing from drop. Another variation of a wall is you get to this area there and you aim on top of the boxes right there and then you shoot. Now this is a more compact wall because this doesn't give you much cover because people can just push through, but it's also a good thing. Now for my favorite attack setup, you make yourself into this exact point. This is going to be a little bit hard, but with practice you can be consistent with this. Now pay attention where my HUD line is. You need to focus on that area there. Yeah, place your HUD line like that and then you left click. This is going to land your orb in there, and then you need to place your wall on top of ropes. So you basically walk against this wall and you aim here and then you left click. So combined with the orb and wall, you have an easy door push. Yeah, you need to take care of drop and sight, and that's it. Let's go back to B side now. For B side, go to this corner here and aim your wall on heaven like that. So this wall is going to give cover for people who are pushing from arcade as well, but also gives you cover on the right side if you're pushing through main. This is really suitable for a fast plant. So as you can see, ropes is totally blocked. People who are pushing from arcade, this is a really good wall for them. Now let's go for defense. For defense, you can just use your orb here, or you can use your orb on drop and save your wall for retake. Yeah, this orb is gonna work really good as well. Yeah, you just fight the other end you're not covering with your orb. Now let's go to B side. I'm not using wall on A side because it doesn't do that much of a big deal. Yeah, for B side you can either block off the entrance with your orb, or you can use your wall for that. It is up to you. But this is a really good strategy. You take your wall and you shoot it aiming down like this, It is intentional that you shoot the wall downward, and then you take a fight here. If you don't see anyone here and you still hear people pushing from B main, you can just lurk through and you turn on your wall. Yeah, you got an easy flank right now. They will not be suspecting you to come through this wall, and you can drop the wall and take fight there. If you don't see anyone here, you can just go to A flank, or you can come back to B and chill. So basically, a retake wall is going to be like that, or you can go back to A and use your retake wall either blocking main, ropes, or drop. But I prefer this wall because this covers a lot of angles like that. It covers main, it covers ropes, it covers the close right there, and that's it. Let's go for per A side. You take out your wall and you aim in that exact corner from where I'm standing. This wall covers a lot, but this is a lot more like an eco round strat. Don't use this if you're afraid or if you have guns. Let's go for B side now. You go to this corner and you aim your wall in that area like that and you shoot. This is a defense wall, so you can just push through like that. People will be scared to push through your wall, so make use of it by pushing forward. And if you don't hear anyone, you can just come back here and chill, or you can go for flank. Now for another defensive wall, you either go to this area and shoot a wall here, or you can shoot a wall on that mark. Both works really good. But I would prefer this wall because I don't want people to come up and camp to the right side there. Another good defensive wall is you stand in halls and you aim your wall exactly there and you just shoot. Now notice how this covers their early entrance, and it also covers halls. So you can hold halls, you can hold sight, and you can do everything with it. Another eco round strat. And for mid, if they keep pushing mid, use your orb like that, and then you come back and use your wall from here to cover A main. Or if you don't hear them A main, you can just use the orb like that and you can go back to B to help your teammates with a simple wall like that. Also, another really good wall for defense to take mid control is come up here and aim your wall like that and you shoot. Now this is gonna avoid awkward angles, and you can just camp here so that I'm damn sure you'll find at least 2 kills if they keep on pushing mid against this wall. Another good wall for A defense is you go to this spot and you shoot your wall like that. This exactly covers main. Yeah, they can cross to the right, but it's fine. If you want to avoid that, you can go back to deep and then wall around that area. Now this covers art as usual, and this gives you extra cover so that you can go and push aggressively up to this area and take fight with them. Now for B side attack, you go against this wall and you aim your wall on halls and you shoot. This is going to give that opening there. They can shoot you from heaven, and people who are pushing from mid, they can actually do a lot with this wall, and with your orb like that, it's an easy mid push. Another variation is you get on stairs and you aim on top of this pillar and you shoot, and you go to this corner there and you aim in that area there. You see the two lines. Aim at the second line to the left, and then you jump left click. Wait for the orb to land and you turn it on. And people who are playing up or anything, they won't be able to pick you. And this can also be used as a post-plant poison orb if you're planting behind the boxes. And see how it covers all of mid, CT, and heaven. So this is going to be a really good wall. Mid to B, you walk against this wall like that, and then you aim below this picture where I'm marking, and you walk to the left and you left click. This is going to cover people who are peeking from that angle, so you can freely walk up to doors. And from doors you need to take fight, and once you clear all these angles, you come up to this corner and you aim like there, and you shoot your wall. You can do it either back from here, or you can push through and then risk your life, but both's gonna be handy. This helps people who are pushing from B long so much. For A push, this is the default wall that I like to use. Then you go up to this corner and you aim exactly there where I'm showing you, like exactly there. This is a bit this takes a bit of practice, but if you are aiming exactly there every time, it lands perfectly to cover backside. So the left is covered by wall and the right side backside is covered with your orb. Now all you need to take care of is close and then the backside behind the boxes. After that you have easy plant. Another wall for A push is from mid near these trees. You go there and you aim your wall around there and you shoot. This is a lurk wall for Viper because you can come up to here. People will not be expecting you to come behind this. Whereas your teammates will be pushing from main, you'll be lurking from mid. Now for split. For A side, this is going to be your default wall, and then you go back to this corner, aim in on top of that building like that, and then you jump left click. Now after turning on both, ramp is covered, screens is covered, heaven is covered. All you need to worry about is close left and sight. Another variation of the wall is go to this area and aim your wall either near the screens or to the right side of the screens and turn on your wall. This is going to do the same job but sparing your orb. If you're pushing from mid then to A, use the orb for B heaven and then come up to this corner and aim on corner of the screens and then you shoot your wall. Well, after turning on your wall, you don't need to worry about people holding heaven. You can just take fight there and you have easy side control if your teammates are pushing from A main already. So if your team is not pushing through A main, it's better you root from here and then to A side rather than directly jumping out from heaven. Now if you're going mid, you need to take care of that angle, so you need to jump through your arm like that. It takes practice, but yeah. After you throw that wall, you can come up to this area and then you wall like that. This wall covers your right side and CT when you're jumping to side. So this is going to be a really good wall if you're pushing from mid. Go to this corner and aim on the crab's eye like that and you left click. This wall will be helpful if you're pushing from B garage because it covers a lot of sight. The only opening is heaven. To clear that, you go to this corner. After the biface barrier drops, You take out your orb, aim in the middle of these two planks, and then you left click. Combining the wall and orb, you got a really easy sight execute. Don't worry, people who are jumping on top of the box, and totally anyone from heaven will not have sight. Now, if you're pushing straight, go to this corner and aim on top of this box, and you left click. Now this is a different variation of the previous wall. This wall gives almost like 70% cover from heaven. It is not fully covered though. You can still combine this wall with the previous orb. For defense, I can't think of any other setup better than this. You walk up to a ramp like that, and you aim on mid, and you shoot your wall, and you can cover a main with your orb, and then you chill back here. Yeah, you do not want to turn on your orb because you cannot find people who are crossing to a heaven. So once you see them crossed, you can turn it on, and then you turn on your wall as well, and you can just hold heaven. Or you can just go to mid and fight with your teammates. Easy job. For icebox, you watch your minimap and mark like that, and then you shoot your wall. Yeah, this is going to be your default A-side wall because it covers all of left side, and it gives you a lot of room to work with. For another variation of A-side wall, you can try covering the top there. So to do that, get before this box, and you aim on top and you shoot. Now this does the same job. It covers left side, on heaven, side, tubes, everywhere. It's gonna be so easy if you're pushing with that wall. Also, you can do this wall if you're getting bored with the other walls. You can get to this corner and you aim your wall around there, exactly on top like that, and then you shoot. Now if you see this wall, this gives you lesser room to work with but more cover. So if you're playing on eco rounds, this wall is going to be your friend. If you're going mid, get on top of that arrow and you put your orb like that, and then you make sure you go to this corner like that, and then you aim your wall around there so that it covers people who are peeking from the kitchen. You turn on both, pick up your orb just in case, and look, kitchen is covered. You can either jump up to kitchen if you want, or you can just keep pushing to B site. For B main push, mostly all the wall lands in that corner, but people forget about covering the top side. So to do that, get into this corner there, and then make sure you shoot where I marked. That gives you cover from top side as well. Now this wall from mid to A is going to be your default A defense wall because it's just really good. People will be scared to push against this wall because you can do a lot of things. And then another good wall is you mark that corner there and you use your wall like this. This is going to be a really good aggressive wall if you're pushing aggressive with Viper. Once you pushed up, you can turn down your wall. Then for B side, get into this corner and you aim in the middle of this line there and you shoot. This wall is good for playing retake for B side. You can just use a molly if they're coming camping every time behind the boxes. And another good wall to cover here is you just go against this green box and you shoot. Yeah, that's a pretty fast wall. And people who are playing mid, they will not be able to see them crossing. So make sure you let them know before you use this wall. Next up, let's go to bind. For first setup, get on top of these boxes and make sure the line, the line shown here, and aim in the middle of those two lines with your orb, and you left click, and then use your wall to the right side of the orb, like this. Now the orb gives you cover from heaven, and wall gives you cover from right side. You need to worry only about close left and U-haul. Another variation of the setup is you go on top of stairs like this to that corner exactly, and then you aim your wall in that corner to the right side of the corner, and then you left click. Combining your orb with this wall, you got extra space to work with when you're pushing site. You still need to take care of you all, and then you can plant. If you're pushing from shower, I got a good setup for you. First, deploy your wall like this, and you left click. You need cover from heaven, so for that, get on top of this clothes here and move until you see the light of the tower, and then you take your orb and you just left click. Make sure you clear all the angles before coming here, and then you turn your wall and orb. Now you see, you just need to worry about close right, and then you can either keep pushing or you can plant and play safe. Now we're going back to another similar setup so that you can lurk to sight. So for that, what you need to do is go back here on top of this mark, and then you aim your wall in that corner and you shoot. You can either use your orb this time or not, because you're gonna get cover from heaven either way. You just need to worry about close right, and people who are playing in this cubby here, and then you can just chill in this corner till your wall go off, or you can fight people just by swinging. Now for another setup for pushing from a cubby, so you aim your wall on top of the box there, and then you just simply wall orb off U-haul like this, and you can just lurk through. You can, from here you can either decide to go U-haul or you can decide to go site. It's up to you. For B site, go in front of this door here and then aim in that corner, and you left click. For the orb, you get on top of the fountain and walk up to here, and then you aim simply to the left of that corner and you jump left click. Make sure you practice, because sometimes you may miss your orb, but once they land perfectly, you turn both of them on. You just need to worry about close angles. Other angles are perfectly covered, and you got a free plant right now. If you're playing hookah, you can just wall like this on defense from hookah to a cubby. This wall is gonna cover outside hookah and a short. So you can have hookah control, and you can either orb off B long if you wish, but I recommend saving your orb for later. And this is going to be your default defense wall. Get in front of the boxes and aim on the teleporter like this, and you shoot. This covers a short, and then it covers outside hookah, inside hookah. Also, this is a popular Viper wall. I already think you know it. And another good setup, if you're playing B, is go into this corner like that, and then you aim in that area and you shoot your wall. Now this wall is really good because people have to jump out of hookah through your wall, taking DK damage, If you're camping with your shorty like that, it's gonna be an instant death if they're jumping out. Then yeah, for an early flank through teleporter, I recommend you walling like that. So your wall provides you cover when you're crossing belong, and also it provides you cover if you're going bot. Yeah, you can either come to bot here, or if you're sure that they've already passed into bot, make sure you go back and play from here while the wall is up, so you can just route through to A short. Now let's come to breeze. While defending, it's always good that you are above this A side halls, and then you jump out and you play from pyramids. If you want a wall to cover A main, I got a wall for you. You go to this area and you aim on top of this box in mid, and then you shoot. Now this covers A main. And why this wall is good, I say, is because you can just gamble a 50-50 from behind these wooden boxes, where people will not be noticing or expecting a Viper to play that aggressive. If you're playing B, it's always good to play with your ARB. So I have a one way for you. So go to that line and aim in this corner, and you just right click. Now when you come up to this rock here, this is a really good one way for people entering B side, but make sure someone is covering your back from mid. And for a wall, go to this corner and aim in that area and you shoot. This wall will cover people who are pushing from mid, and it also helps you to go to A from mid. Now if you cover a B main with ARB like this, you can use the wall I told previously, or you can come to this corner and use another wall which is similar. Now you got B and mid under your control. Now attacking. When you're pushing B, make sure you go to this corner here, and then you aim right there with your HUD line like that, and then you jump left click. Now this ARB is going to land left side, and with your wall cover the right side like this, either on top of the wall or to the left side based on your preference. Now if you turn both on, you see the left awkward angle is covered. You need to worry about close left and close right in this scenario. Routing through backside is always friendly and take fights. From mid, once the biface barrier drops, I have a cool execute for you. Make sure you aim on those two spots I shot and you jump left click with your molly. That is going to molly the entire mid nest, and then using this wall, they now have nowhere to run if they're playing left side. You can either take fight guy playing there on B side, or you can come up to here and chill. And if you're going mid to A, go to this corner like that and walk up to the pillar, and then you aim your wall on top of this yellow box, and then you left click. This provides cover from people who are watching mid, and then you can easily lurk into sight. It's going to be very easy. You can either jump up like this and fight switch people behind the boxes and everything, or you can stay back and chill. For straight up A push, go against this metal rod and pay attention to my HUD over there. Place it like that, and you jump left click and go against this tires, aim on top of this tire mark, and then you left click again. This should be your default setup for B side, A side, my bad. It covers top It covers close. It gives you a lot of room to work with. Now another similar setup, you get into this corner like that, and then you aim your wall on top of this boxes, and then you left click. Combining this wall with the previously told orb, now see how easy the site is to push. Now for the final map, let's go to Ascent. If you're pushing B, go against this flower pot or plant pot and use your wall on that corner. And go to this corner, take out your orb and aim it in that area there. Jump left click again. Now the orb will give you cover from CT, so you can swing through your wall without fear, and your team will be going to site. Now get in the middle of this brick and you aim on the leaves like that, and then you jump left click. This orb will cover mid cubby, and you use your wall like this, covering that spot. When you turn them both on, you see mid is in your hands. You can just molly off cubby if you're scared of it, and then you can just take fight there. For A push, I got multiple executes. For the first thing, go to that corner and you aim your wall like that. The reason I'm using this wall is it's easy to push from catwalk straight up to mid cubby and then to A. Another similar wall like that, but this time you're going to site. Now let's go straight to A site. For that you need cover from heaven. I have an orb for that. Get on top of this metal circle like that, and then you put your crosshair in this edge on the clouds or sky. Then you just left click, and for the wall you need to go to this corner and then aim your wall like there, and then you just left click. Now the wall is going to take care of left side, and the orb will cover heaven. You just need to worry about close left and close right. Make sure people can camp behind Gen for that. Now for defense, you just put your orb there. This is going to be your default B defense strategy, except if you're planning to push mid, you use this wall. From there you aim your wall on top mid, and then you just shoot. Using this wall, you can push mid with your teammates and then take mid control early on. And for A side, again the solution is throwing our orb on the entrance. So we don't have much here, so I'm gonna give you another wall from mid cubby here. You can aim your wall exactly there, and then you shoot your wall. This gives you cover if you're jumping down from mid to market for retake, and also helps your teammate to maintain B main control a little bit. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you learned something new. If you did learn something new, make sure you share this to your friends, and peace out.